Hello, friends. Hey, Perfect Spirit. So, this is going out to the internet and to various channels. So, I just want to welcome everyone here. We're going to be dissolving head trash tonight. So, what is this head trash? Basically, it's anything that removes the connection to ourself, the true self. And the head trash comes in many flavors that are creating stress, anxiety. It can even be subtle things like calling it higher consciousness or levels. Whatever it may be is head trash. For the truth is silence. So I see a few people joining here, so welcome. So I see a Facebook user that's probably in the Head Trash Anonymous group. I don't see the name, so hello. I see Dowie here. So like and subscribe to this channels if you prefer to keep notified when I'm doing these dissolving head trash events. And what's really interesting is it doesn't matter when you watch this video, whether it's live or replay, because there's only one consciousness. So when you decide to watch this video, regardless of time, you're saying you want to remember who you are, that you are not your voice in your head that's creating all these limitations, this stress, this anxiety, that's making you sick, poor relationships, careers, whatever it may be, the head trash is the root cause. So tonight's all about relaxing. I'm not here to get you to do this or that, because usually this or that is coming from the mental voice, the head trash, making things more difficult, more complex than they need to be, when all we need to do is to sit to relax. And I'll tune into this space and transmit this grace, this essence, which is you. So this may be too hard for the mind to comprehend. And that's okay, because there's nothing to figure out. It's okay with not knowing how this works. I see a few more people joining here. So like I said, it doesn't matter if you're watching this live or on replay. The energy still is the same. But it's really about relaxing tonight, surrendering that mental voice. And head trash comes in many flavors, from conscious thoughts and ideas, beliefs, to the unconscious. The unconscious may be, it takes hard work to be successful, or that money doesn't grow in trees. There's all sorts of beliefs that we've ingrained in ourselves that may be blocking abundance. So when we get rid of this head trash, we open up abundance because we are one with all that is. So you may have different experiences when I go into this energy, but that's okay. We don't want to focus on that. So the first thing I'm going to lead off here tonight is just a way to settle the mind in, to prepare the mind. So if there's any questions that I can answer before I begin, that's fine. You can ask them now. But there is no way you need to hold your hands, breathe, sit. It's about relaxing, being comfortable. And the only thing we suggest when we begin is to just close your eyes to remove the external distractions, the external stimulations that are not supporting you, sustaining you. So we just want to be that which we are, which is beyond definition, beyond thoughts, ideas. So let's see, it's been a few minutes now. So we're just sitting here relaxing, allowing the eyes to soften. And if the mind gets busy, come back to this voice. Come back to realize you are sitting, your feet are on the floor, but we just notice the mind. We don't judge it, we don't criticize it. The mind does what the mind does, just like the body does what the body does. But we are not the mind, we are not the body. These are tools for our human experience, not our truth. For the real you is unchangeable. It is the essence within you as we relax, allowing the day to drift by, the weeks, the months, just being fully here in this moment. So we keep allowing that mind to settle, to realize all your power is right here, right now. I didn't need to do anything to tap into this power, just to relax, to be quiet, to sit still, to realize I am love, I am peace, I am that. And we let everything else dissolve away. Just feel everything dissolving. Focus on the aliveness of the body. We understand the mind wants to figure this out. It wants more information, but we don't need any more information. We don't need to figure it out. All this preoccupation is preventing that connection to you. We're dissolving this need to figure it out, to understand, to just simply be spirit, their true self. And simply remember, I am love. I am peace. I am that. No ideas, no beliefs, no opinions on who you are, just resting in the truth that you are peace, that you are love, that you are that. Maybe open your eyes, take a breath, and just feel your aliveness as you come back into this moment. Feeling good, feeling refreshed. So, how's everyone doing out there? I see some more people joining in. Good to see everyone. To realize we're all connected, that we're all part of the one, that there's no separation. The more we can relax, surrender the mind, the abundance is there. It's not about trying, it's not about doing. It's simply operating from spirit, which is you. Cats on a fast. Just curious, where did the insights come on fast? Yes, Katie, the body is tired. The mind is tired. All the busyness, all the demands. If we can just simply let go of all the chasing, all the busyness, and just doing our best to be here in this moment, then we may be surprised how the body repairs itself, the mind repairs itself. When we let go of all this busyness, all the demands, and we allow it to come back into harmony with our true self, with our spirit. Hello, Ken. So, my CFS, why do you identify it as yours? Be mindful of the language, my attachments. You are not these attachments. The mind's addicted to attachments as truth. We assure you it's not your truth. You are the perfect spirit, untouched by the human experience. The mind simply forgets, and we forget to nurture ourselves, to take care of us, following these deeper insights, not trying to collect more information, not trying to figure it out. Right, it's a character we're playing, and we're attached to this character because at a very young age, we've been given a name that we identify with. And this is where it begins, the trappings of the human experience. See, Katie, yeah, this is where it's different. We have a mental knowing that we're perfect spirit, but it has to be a felt experience to know beyond doubt. So you don't need to do this or that. It's about the felt experience of self, of feeling the aliveness. To realize we are that. So let's do a simple exercise here, and we'll do some dissolving as well. So we allow the eyes to close, to soften. So what does feeling the aliveness of the body, what is this? So imagine with your mind that you're physically touching your hands. Feel your mind touching your hand, the self touching hand. If you really focus on your right hand, left hand, you will feel the energy. You may feel some heat. You may feel some sensations. This is who we are. And we want to have this experience of mentally touching different body parts with our awareness. With your awareness, focus on your right foot. Feel the aliveness. Then focus on your left foot and feel the aliveness. Focus on different body parts. Feel the aliveness. Feel the heat, the tingling, whatever it may be for you. This aliveness cannot be seen. It has to be felt. So let's continue to dissolve realizing Remember, this is not about doing anything. This is about sitting quietly, relaxing. Grace descends the more you are relaxed to realize you are this grace. There's no separation. You are it. So maybe it's time to open your eyes, or maybe not. You know what's best for you. We just want to drift back if it feels right to you. And just notice, how are you feeling? What's coming up for you? What's arising? So I'm here if there's any questions, anything that's coming up for you. That session had a lot of energy, a lot of heat. At least that was my experience. And the intent is not to overcook anyone. We just want to dissolve that which does not serve us. That's all. Yeah, the demands. Katie's mentioning demands. The mind's always demanding. Society's demanding that it must be done this way. There are no rules. It's about doing what feels right to you and moving on those impulses. It's always about moving to our own impulses and being aware of the demanding mind, the mental traps. The mind does not want to give up control. It likes dragging you around. We all have this power, this peace. This is our true nature. And to realize as well that time does not exist. That whatever needs to be healed is healed. It could be instantly or it could take a little longer. But we don't put any demands on it how long this needs to take. There is a quickening that happens the more that you can surrender and be in this moment. But once the door is open to self, it can never be closed. The mind will do its best to close it, to shut the door, but it cannot be shut. Hmm. So it's rather interesting if you see on Facebook or YouTube or wherever the media, they're always trying to instill a sense of lack or fear of missing out. They're trying to play on those mental emotions. But tonight we're removing, dissolving all of that that prevents your connection to self. Because once you know yourself as self, there is no lack, there is nothing missing. Everything is unfolding as it needs to unfold. And the mind will protest. It will demand that I need to buy this program, this item, that is going to better you in some way. It will not have any impact on self. And self is all that matters. Yes, once you know, you know. So I'm here if there's any questions that rise up, anything that needs extra attention. If not, we can just do another round and just to relax, to clear out any of the debris that prevents us from knowing self, not intellectually knowing, but experiencing the direct experience of self. So we allow the eyes to soften, drifting into the peace, into the universal love, knowing we are one with the one, that we are everything yet nothing. We are the divine intelligence itself. No separation as we dissolve the debris. Remember, you are the light. You are this pure white light with no debris. Whenever you see shadows, darkness, it's the thoughts, it's the ideas, it's the beliefs. They do not exist in the light. We are that light, pure, perfect, beyond description. Feel the radiance within you. Trust that this light is always guiding you. There's no doubts. A simple faith and trust in the light within us. If the time feels right to you, maybe you can open your eyes, stretch out a little bit, bring some energy back into the body, just knowing that everything's okay. There's no mysteries here. Everything is known within spirit, within self. Nothing for you to figure out, to understand. Just trusting our own innate wisdom that is connected to all that is. Our light leading us, guiding us, moving to those impulses. All is well, right, Katie? All is well. This is the mantra of the self, if you will. No matter what the mind says, society says, Spirit knows all is well. Spirit self is untouched by the human experience. It does not matter if the body's here or not. You are the self. So I'm here if there's any questions. And remember, you can always watch this video again. There is no time and space. The energy is still here, just saying, when you watch this, let me experience myself again. And I do these, events every 2 weeks, and I'll be sticking with dissolving head trash. That feels correct. Dissolving head trash to know ourself. And it's not an intellectual knowing, it's about the profound experience of self, that connection. Okay, so Debbie said, I like I like help letting go of the idea of being sick and the limits that go with that. Well, how you let go of that is by learning to be in this moment, to realize you're sitting. Where are your feet? Where are your hands? to realize when we're here now, there is no stories because the mind is always past, future. It's rarely here now. So being here now is the process. So maybe we'll do that 5 minute mental shower that I did to get out of my world of head trash. So we're just sitting here relaxing. There's nothing to do, there's nothing to accomplish. We come back to this voice. If the mind gets busy, we don't judge, we don't condemn the mind. We just realize that's what it does. It's the constant noise, it's the constant distraction. When we realize we're sitting, feet on the ground, the mind has no power. It's when we pay attention to the mind, getting lost in the stories, the beliefs, the ideas. We lose the here now. We disempower ourselves. But the self is always here. So mind gets busy. I'm sitting. What do I hear? Where are my feet? What do I smell? What am I touching? Engage in sensations. And eventually you can let go of the sensations and just feel the aliveness of the body. Maybe you start moving energy around the body, mentally touching your hands, your feet, your knees. Maybe an area of pain. See yourself touching that area and notice the pain will change. It may even go away because you weren't demanding anything of it. You just acknowledged, I see you. When it's seen, it no longer has power, a story. So it's all about learning to be here now. The mind will get busy, things will occur, situations will happen, but just take a breath, pause, realizing I'm sitting, I'm standing, my feet are on the ground. I feel my heart beating. I feel the heat on my skin, whatever it may be. Engage those things that are part of self. It's not complex. It's simply learning that your mind does not need to drag you around anymore. You are the self. You are consciousness, perfect spirit, whatever you wish to call it, but also be mindful of your words. Don't give levels like your higher self, your lower self, different degrees of consciousness. That's all head trash. We are consciousness. We are self. There are no levels. We look over anything that creates a division, a separation, a better than, a less than. We're all self, we're all equal. As we want to come back into this moment now, open your eyes if it feels right. But my practice was very simple, 5 minutes a day. But I was initially chasing thoughts for the first week until I realized I wasn't my thoughts. If it wasn't my thoughts, then who am I? So I'm here if there's any questions, anything I can help with tonight. And I'll be live again in 2 weeks, dissolving. And then next Monday, I'll be doing soul messages with Laurie. And if you found tonight useful, donations are appreciated, not required. But if you got some benefit, it's appreciated. Or even leaving a review on this page that you're watching. Like, subscribe to the pages, share your opinions, share the truth. Let everyone know that they are not their ideas, their beliefs, their opinions, their judgments. They are the witness to them, the seer of them, but they are not them. And the one example I had of this, the direct experience when I was going through this process, I got some pictures of my younger self from my aunt that I just showed up out of the blue. So I was looking at all these different photographs of myself, and I was like, well, look at all these changing bodies. Where did I go? No place. The self is the unchanging. So if the mind can't quite comprehend, look at different photographs of yourself over the ages and just ask yourself, where did I go? All these different bodies, they can't be me. So who are you? That which doesn't change. Yes, Kate, it's a full body knowing, not just an idea or thought. It's about letting go of all ideas, thoughts, beliefs, opinions, judgments, whatever it may be. But we have to be aware of the unconscious stuff too that can really sabotage us. Instill beliefs from our parents about money, relationships, careers, whatever it may be. But these things get, ingrained in us. But what's not ingrained in us is in the here now, the self. It's not complicated. The mind creates the complexity. Just learning to sit quietly, to be here. Yeah, the mind is filled with trash. And the mind can be very tricky. You don't need lots of trash either. But there's just one thought. One thought can destroy you if you take that as your truth. For many, they take their lives because of that one thought. So we don't mistake thoughts and ideas as our truth because they are dangerous. They can be deadly. So I'm not a big fan of, therapy. So I saw a psychiatrist for, 20 years as a bipolar. It's always about making thoughts better. But never once did he say to me, why do you take your thoughts as truth? Just think about that. Why do you take your thoughts as truth? You're welcome, Katie. So my meditations aren't about doing anything usually. There's a few of them tonight about moving energy around. But ultimately, meditation is just becoming aware of the aliveness of the body. Not necessarily like focusing on breath, because that's sort of like a doing activity, but just feeling the aliveness, feeling the feet on the ground, pulling the mind back to the here now. Okay, so Katie says, because we are led to believe that thoughts help us, that thoughts look after us and guide us. Thoughts and beliefs keep you locked into a pattern. If you know there's a very repetitious pattern to thoughts, thoughts are your comfort zone. So mind gets into this habit of like doing what's comfortable, not necessarily what's best for you, because mind will keep you stuck in suffering because it's comfortable with that. It's also very practical as well. There's very little energy needed to do the same things over and over again. To do something new requires energy. So the mind tries to conserve energy. Stepping outside the box, doing something different is a new pathway. It requires more energy. So once again, I'll be doing this again in 2 weeks. It's different every time. And, I'll be back live Monday. We get to realize there's no time. Things just happen when they happen. All your things can be gone like this, or it can be like an oven. Things just have to slowly dissolve out. Because if it's too sudden, not be aware of this new pattern, the new way of being. And life could be very confusing and disoriented if it's too quick. And some are okay with quick, they can adapt. But others just need some time to let things dissolve a little bit slower. That's all. All right. Well, I guess I will be heading off unless there's some other questions until on Monday with soul messages. But yeah, we just want to relax. The biggest thing, is to relax, to be comfortable in our own skin, our own costume, if you will. Many people cannot look at themselves in a picture or mirror without criticizing themselves because they're completely identified with that form. But we are beyond that. So when you see yourself, just smile. Look beyond immediate appearances and realize I am that. Yes, that's right, Katie. As we get more used to being this way, I imagine, yes. There's a new way of being when you see through the stories, the lies, knowing that we have a built-in truth detector, our own wisdom. We can smell, we can see through it. It's like, no, that doesn't resonate with for me. That's not the truth. Yeah, less energy. All right, I'm not really seeing any more questions here. So thanks for watching. I'll be back in 2 weeks with this. And just remember, you're perfect just the way you are. Let go of the demands. Let go of the forcing. Just be open to receive. The universe is always delivering abundance to you, but you're saying no. No, thank you. I got this. I'm going to do my own way. Your mind trying to figure it out. But the abundance is right there. Be open to receive. Take good care of yourself, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.